Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Manok. Today we are going to be creating the floating dock session you can easily integrate in your next project. So let's further ado, let's get started from scratch. So this is the preview of our apps. So as you can see there, so this, when I hover over this, it will be popping up. So you can see there. Let's move to the code. So let's head over to the official site of Vite. So you can, if only, you can also read out those documentation as well. So I'm using ban, so that's why I'm copy the ban command. So simply copy. I can move to the template and paste over there. So simply enter and name your project. So whatever you want, you can name it there. Okay, I'll source the React and TypeScript. Voila. So and then run the ban install. Now it's done. Okay, now head over to the TailwindCSS file. Okay, in the framework guides, select the Vite section and copy this line and paste it in your terminal. Okay, now it's also done. And I can run this next command. It will create the tailwind.config.ts file and paste it those. So don't worry, you will get all the code in your GitHub. Close that and move to the index.cs file and remove and paste this line from the tailwind.cs. And move to the app.ts file and remove everything. In const app equal parenthesis factor, call the factor functions and return. Okay, now export the functions. Okay, now you can see it's running. So okay, simply tested TailwindCSS work or not. So okay, now it's working, right? So yeah, now okay, we need to install a couple of packages: the framer motions, LSX, Tailwind Mars, and tabular icons React. So okay, I already done. So okay, now create one file called lib.tsx and paste the cn functions. So literally this is so easy. So you'll get out also in my GitHub. So create one file called floating.tsx. Okay, this was it. Okay, don't worry, you'll paste those lines from my GitHub. So simply I'm importing from some icons and as well as the some function from the framer motions. Okay, and then create a functions called export const, and the name of the function is floating dock. Before I want to create one interface, floating dock props. Okay, items, it will be array of items. Title equal string. So and then icon will be react node. So it will be array of icons, and href will be a string as well. After that, put the desktop class name equal a string. It will be optional. And mobile class name, same, it will be optional as well. And put the type of that class name will be a string. Okay, this structure, just prop in there, items, desktop class name, and then mobile class name. Return the floating dock desktop. Don't worry, I'll create right now. First the items, array of items, and then put this class name, what we're getting from there, from the props. Okay, pass again we are rendering another component called floating dog mobile, and items equal array of items what we are getting from there. Also put the class name equal mobile class name. Okay, let's create the function called floating dog mobile equal, also running the federal function, creating the federal function and return. Okay, now I'm getting the array of props, items, and class names. I need to provide the type of those props. Class name will be a string, item will be array of items. Type title as string, href equal as string, icon equal react node, open and create an open and set open state for opening and closing. Default value is false, and I'll provide the type of this state. This is boolean. Okay, now return. Okay, now open that div and provide the class name for cn. Okay, this will be relative and block in the empty devices, and we put it. I'm gonna put the hidden class. I can simply pass the class name in there. That's it. Now open animate present. So by default, animate present is used for the mount and unmount element, mount and unmount the animation in the React component. That's it. When open is true, and I'll render this dev section. By the way, this is the motion.div from the framework motion. So I put the initial. Firstly, I provide the layout id equal nap, and then I provide the class name. So absolute, and bottom full, and then margin bottom 2. So and then inside x 0. So inside x 0 means it's left 0 right 0. That's it. Flags and flags call and gap 2. That's it. So okay, I forgot to put the array, so that's why. Items dot, okay, I need to loop through items dot map. I'll get the items, single item, and index as well, and also immediately return and start on divs. By the way, it will be the motion.divs. Motion.div element. So now I need to provide a bunch of props in there. So first I'm providing the key is index, and then initial. For initial, I'm providing opacity will be 0, and for the vertical means the y equal 10. Okay, that's it. When I'm in animate, I'll provide the opacity equal to 1, and y 0. That's it. And I'm provide the exit as well when I'm exiting that div. So I know we provide those and apply those classes in there. Opacity 0, the y again it will be the vertical, and provide the transitions. After the transition, I provide the delay equal idx multiply with 0.5. That's it. And finally provide the transition equal on the curly braces as well, and delay items dot length -1 minus idx, and multiply with 0.5. That's it. Okay, finally, I'm rendered the deep. Finally, I'm rendered the finally I'm rendering the one link component in there. Okay, this is the simple CSS classes you'll get. Don't worry. So you can also, but just pause and types. That's it. It's pretty simple. Again, I'm providing another button component in there, so you can just pause and write down. So, okay, let's create another component called icon container. Don't worry, if you don't know how can I get, you will get everything in my GitHub. Don't worry. So I'll provide the link in the description box. Mouse X and icons. So I need to provide the types of those elements, those props in there. The title will be a string. So mouse X will be the motion value. Mouse X will be motion value. And icon React note. Okay, and href will be string. Okay, let's create a one variable called ref equal useRef. So the type of user will be div element, HTML div element. And I'm providing the default null. Okay. Okay. Now I'm creating the distance based on the use transform. So after the use transform, I'm getting the one callback function. This is so simple. If you know the framework motion, I think those you are familiar with those. So and then I can create the width transform. So based on the distance, so I'm getting the -25. So based on the input below, I'm generating the provide. I'm providing the output below. This is so simple. So don't worry. So if you don't know anything about it, you can feel free to check out the documentation of framework motion. So this is so easy. So if you spend a couple of minutes in there, you'll be also familiar with these classes as well. So don't worry. With just like use Spring is for the Spring animation. So I'm using use Spring hooks from the framework motion. So I'm as steepness 150 and damping 12. That's it. This is for the height. Okay, height and width. After that, I'm providing the width for icon. Okay, and the width transform, based on the width transform icon, I'm providing the max 0.1 and steepness 150 and damping 12, and for the height icons as well. Okay, so I'm not gonna spending much time in there. I'm simply copy and paste over there. Okay, this is so simple. If you want to know more about it, so you can simply check out the documentation of framework motion. That's it. This is so simple. Provide the on click, provide the hand click functions. So based on creating that function there. So when you click, I'm gonna be redirect to the href. Okay, we do the location of the href equal href. That's it. Div element motion dot div, create another div from the motion and provided the props as well. So ref equal the ref. So basically I'm getting the reference of motion, this particular div. I'm performing the style width and height. On mouse enter, I'm creating the on mouse enter even in there. So when on mouse enter and we set and hover is true. When on mouse leap, again I'm back to false. In set hover, back to false. Okay, now simply okay, I think you are familiar with the TailwindCSS classes. This is so simple. So simply pause and write down in your code editor as well. So simple. Again, I'm creating the animate presence, and when hover is true, I'm rendering this motion.div element in there. Okay, within that particular div, and we provide the sum framework motion props. So opacity is 0. The y means the vertical is 10, and providing the x equal, x means horizontal, x equal minus 50%. Okay, this is for initial. Again, I'm providing for animate as well. Opacity is 0 and y is 0. Sorry, opacity is 1, y is 0, and x means the horizontal is minus 50%. For the exit, again I'm providing the opacity is 0, y is 2, and for the x again I'm providing the same as those what we have provided in the previous those element is minus 50% as well. Okay, after doing that, so we are simplifies the again. So this is just pause and write down in your code editor. This is so simple. This is literally the pretty explicit TailwindCSS classes. Finally I'm rendered the title in there. After the animate presence, I will open another motion div. Within that, provide the style width equal with icon, and again provide the height icon. Then finally I will render again. So I think this is so pretty straightforward. Class and flags, item center, and justifier center. That's it. Item center and justifier center, right? And finally I'm rendering the icon. This is so simple. After the icon container, I will create another function called const floating dock desktop. This is the federal function. After that I'm returning. So okay, let's see. Okay, I'm getting one error in there, so which will be that. So it will be optional class name. I'm sorry. Provide the class names. Okay, sorry. Okay. Provide the tabs for the props for items. Title equals string, and icon. For the icon type will be React.React node. For the href will be a string as well. Okay. By the way, it will be array. Class name equal a string, and provide the optional finally the structure, the items, and class name. After that, create one variable. Let the name of the variable, so I think the mouse x equal use motion value. Where I'm starting motion value with infinity. Okay, so I can change the motion value in dynamic way, so that's why I'm using motion value. Mouse x and returning one. Okay, I'm creating one the motion element, motion div elements. Okay, I'm passing the props on mouse move mouse x dot set. I'm providing the different value for dot face x on mouse leap. For on mouse leap, leave the mouse for mouse x dot set again back to infinity. After that I'm put the one class name. So literally again, so this is so simple simultaneous classes. I think you are just so advanced, so you can do that. So okay, map through the items. From maps I'll get the single item. Then that I'm returning the immediate functions. Sorry, you didn't immediate. Immediately return the functions and create the icon container. Within the icon container I'm 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 giving the expected types. I'm expected value to the key will be the items dot title. I'm providing the title. You can put anything, whatever you want. So, and then the mouse X, this will be the motion value. I'm providing the mouse X, what we have defined, and then finally I'm aspiring the rest of the props what icon container expecting. Okay, after that, so I want to disable this error for entire file. Okay, so okay, I forgot to mention one thing. So link, by the way, link doesn't exist in Vite. So by the way, I'm gonna be replace link with deep and remove the href. I'm create on click and create a functions and pass a function handle click, and I'm passing that item.href. To finally create a handle click function. Okay, handle click equal, I'm getting href. I need to provide the type of href as well. This is a string, so whether so window dot location dot href equal what we are getting from props. Okay, means href as well. That's it. Now we are done with floating doc sections. Okay, move to, oh, I want to create another file name floating. Name floating. So okay, simply import those. This is literally I'm importing the icon from the tabular slash icon reacts. So you can also do that by pause and import. Okay, create function, export function, and name of the function is floating. Okay, and const links. So I'm creating that of links in there. Okay, I'm copy and paste those. You can, don't worry, you will get to this, you will get in my GitHub, or this is so simple, straightforward things like a title, icons, and a strip. So icon, what we are passing that is react or react node, that means the react component I'm providing. Okay, this is so simple. And returning the dips. Within that dip I want to call the floating doc. Finally I'm providing the height. Okay, height 40 rem. Okay, and then flags items center, justify center as well. Okay, now providing width full, it will get a full width, it will occupy the full width. Okay, now correct the input of floating duck. Okay, floating ducks. Okay, now it's correct, now input is correct. Okay, now provide the items equal the links, items equal links, add of links what we are created in there, and final mobile class. And by the way, this is optional. If you don't want to pass, don't worry, you don't need to pass there. Okay, close, and finally move to the app.tsx file. After that, I'm literally rendering there this floating component. Okay, floating. Now it's also giving me suggestion floating component. Okay, finally I'm providing some class name. So with a screen, height a screen, and basic gray 300. 300. Okay, right. Okay, now move to the terminal and run dep. Okay, so finally we are getting our expected result what we have just created in there. So please follow me for more. So please, if you find helpful from this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. Goodbye. See you.